hmm You know those background checks that you can get online? Yes. This privacy that says that I have court orders and arrests against me? Yeah. I kind of looked at those websites. Can you get all those for me? Yeah. hmm when you have a no contact order against you? Yes. Because of your right to full and timely restitution? Yeah. The right to reasonably be heard? Yeah. The right to have you enforce the laws of the United States? It becomes a public court record anytime that they issue any court order against you? Yes. Now, for those of you in law enforcement that think that your credit's very important to you, it really doesn't look good. And your thought was, well, it's Friday. Yeah. And we're not going to enforce the laws. I want you to enforce the laws today. Ooch. And I want my sons, and I want to be residing with Marilyn and her kids. Yes. And I want to have a discussion about what we're going to do as a family. Now, I'm going to want these victims' rights enforced. Yes. And then I'm going to sue this state and every state. Yes. For the IP addresses that do know. Yes. Of your refusal to enforce federal laws. Now, it's going to be a very expensive day because I told you yesterday that before the day ended, yes, I wanted to be residing in a hotel with my sons. Yes. And your thought was, well, we're just going to continue to do what we're doing. Yes. Now, why don't you get me the credit reports? Yes. Of every individual in law enforcement. See, we have what's known as TransUnion. Yes. Equifax. Yes. And Asperian, is that what it's called? Yes. And the thought was that you're committing credit fraud. Ouch! Now, I'm wanting to have ownership of what's known as the credit bureaus. Yes, he does. I think we need a new credit reporting system. Yes, that any time one of these credit reporting bureaus has any knowledge of the fraud, yes, any knowledge of the violating of victims' rights, phew, that I, as a victim, get to sue you for any and all credit that you've been allowed to have, yes, for the last 4 years. See, it's really credit fraud. Pow! Where you say, we issue this dissolution of marriage, yeah, and Paul has to pay child support, yes, and we obstructed him from bankrupting himself, yes, because we didn't serve him. Oh, and that affected my credit report for the last 8 years and approximately 4 months. Ouch! Now, when I informed you right now, and you said, no, we don't have to, yes, I'm going to want to know all the credit that you've received for the last 8 years and 4 months. Yes, in every police department, in every sheriff's department, all the judges, and all the justices of this great nation. And then there's what I call the oath. Ouch! Now, I'm going to want to have ownership of all the credit reporting in the United States of America. I think we need a fourth credit reporting bureau. Yes, we do. So if you could get me the last 50 years of employees of the Experian and the Equifax and the TransUnion, I'd like to know who's at Ben Red Party right now. I'd like to know that. I'd like to know the actual individual assets. Oh. I'd like to know where their computers are at.